This is a loose article, and so is this, and this. The sight of items like these being dropped, flung, or lost has become commonplace at many theme parks around the world. To combat this issue, different parks have come up with a variety of ways to secure guests' articles. However, increasingly strict policies have recently sparked a debate, with many questioning how these items should be dealt with. But what are loose articles, the dangers they impose, and the safety measures in place to protect guests?
A loose article would be any item that is not secure to the rider. The most common examples would be glasses, hats, keys, and phones. And a lot of people would think that their glasses or hats are secure. You cannot guarantee that at all.
That's Cameron, a ride operator at Six Flags Great America, who is all too familiar with this problem.
You can see a lot of things fly off the rider. I've even seen GoPros strapped to chests fly off of riders before, so you can never really guarantee anything is secure.
Many guests take these articles onto the ride without any cause for concern, expecting to return with all their possessions intact. However, taking loose articles on rides isn't just bad for those carrying them, but can be a risk for everyone else on or nearby the attraction. If an item does fall from a rider, multiple things could occur.
One, you lose your article, which sucks, because the last thing you want to do is lose your car keys, lose your cell phone on a ride. Most parks, you'll be unable to retrieve that item until the end of the day, which, depending on lose it, can either be a few hours or the whole day. The ride itself could get damaged from a loose article. Since rides are very sensitive with sensors and whatnot, if a article falls onto the track, it could stop the ride due to safety reasons. The computer will sense that something's wrong, trip the sensor, and stop the ride.
Both of these can be prevented by simply securing loose articles correctly. Different parks employ a variety of options for guests to secure or store their items in a safe manner.
The ride I run most has an enforced no loose article policy, which includes bags and fanny packs. So if you have a fanny pack or a bag on you, or you're holding anything in your hands, you cannot ride with it. We have designated storage bins on the side of the station for each of the trains, so you can put all your stuff in there and it'll be safe.
These storage bins are a popular choice by many parks, often being located inside of the ride station, adjacent to the platform. More recently, parks have begun investing in specialized bins which separate items according to trains. These bins are locked until the correct train enters the station, causing them to reopen. Besides this method, baggage claims can be found at some parks, allowing visitors to exchange their bag for a wristband prior to boarding. Once guests have ridden the attraction, they exchange their wristband at the exit and reclaim their bag. Other well-known methods include lockers, which can be situated at the front or partway through the queue line. Lockers allow guests to store their items in a safe manner, as they can only be accessed by a key or password. If none of these methods are sufficient for you, items can simply be left with a non-rider. Nevertheless, despite the wide variety of options on offer to secure the articles of guests, many continue to ride with them.
One incident that happened to me is that I was operating a Husk Condor and someone's glasses flew out while it was ascending the tower, and it nearly missed my head by a few inches. So if it flew out any earlier, it could have nailed me right in the face. The worst case scenario in that would be having someone on the ground get hit with an item. You've seen this before on rides like Twisted Timbers, El Toro, Steel Vengeance, and they've had to enforce a very strict no loose article policy.
On some attractions, the problems with loose articles are all too real. The design of specific rides amplifies the issue, causing not only the loss of an item, but also the likelihood of those items colliding with other visitors to rise significantly. A recent few incidents involving phones hitting guests has led some parks to drastically change the way they deal with loose articles on a select few rides. Amusement park chains such as Six Flags and Cedar Fair have banned all items from a selection of their rides at specific parks. This means that guests cannot take any items into the queue line, including phones, bags, hats, and more. All loose articles must be placed into paid lockers located at the start of the queue line or given to a non-rider. This policy has sparked a debate, with many questioning why parks are choosing to monetize the safety concern that are loose articles. On top of this, guests are unable to use their phones during long queues, which often help to pass the time. Furthermore, many visitors enjoy taking pictures of the rides. Filmmaker Taylor Bybee of Coaster Studios expresses his concern with the new restrictive system.
I do my best to capture these rides, which means go around and capture them from every single angle. And that is not always doable when rides have a locker system, because what that means is you cannot bring anything with you in line. And some of the best views are going to be from the queue line, because think of it, the queue line is next to the roller coaster. Those are where a lot of up close shots are going to be. I don't think it is the best policy, and I think there are better ways to go about fixing it. But it is what it is, I guess.
While some policies might seem extreme, loose articles remain a real threat to rider safety. If not secured correctly, all items have the potential to cause harm to anyone, both visitors and staff alike. If you find yourself at a theme park, make sure to place your loose articles in the designated areas, not only to avoid losing your belongings, but to ensure the safety of everyone around you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. A big thanks goes to Cameron, Andrew and Taylor for giving up their time to be in this video.